There's definitely that danger in big wave surfing. All big wave surfers know that the possibility for death is there. They just go out there and you're like, oh my God, that guy's dropping in on the 60-footer and not even like phased. I think big wave surfers are definitely a rare breed, but I would say a lot of these guys are just normal people if you run into them, and they don't look like Incredible Hulk, you know, they're just everyday people. A lot of times, you know, you'd never even know that this person goes out there and surfs 40-foot waves and challenges these things. Mavericks is such a powerful wave. It is like nothing I've ever felt. It's Mother Nature at its rawest. I think it's something so far out for people to even kind of fathom, like waves that big and people riding them. It is almost like a modern day Coliseum. These competitors are getting out there and trying to slay these dragons in a sense. You get pounded by a wave at Mavericks and it feels like it wants to rip off every limb and pushes you deep, and it's just a very violent wave. When you're paddling out and it's a big day, there's always that little bit of doubt in the back of your head, like, should I be out here, you know? I try and park that doubt and push that inner second guessing aside and going, hey, you know, you deserve to be out here. You've trained for it, and we take every necessary precaution. This last Mavericks contest in 2014 was super memorable. It was a big day. I was, I think, in a good state of mind. I really got into that fight mode. Just like before a guy goes into the octagon, they're firing themselves up, you know? They're just building that inner confidence. And that's what sometimes you have to do before you go into this arena where you're just getting yourself thrown out to the lions. That first heat, got out there, there were some solid waves. I managed to be in the perfect spot for a big one. I'm just going, oh my God, don't fall in this one. It was like, whoa, this is sketchy, semi out of control, and got to the bottom, and you know, the thing just exploded all around me, whitewater everywhere. And I emerged from the whitewater, and that's when I just heard the cheers from the crowd, and that just fired me up even more. After you get a really excellent steep drop, a huge wave, and you make it, it's just such a high, and invigorates you even more to get another really good one. It just builds that confidence and momentum. A lot of big wave surfing is momentum, and by that time there was only 2 minutes left in the heat, but that one wave that pulled me through into the final. So what I do for a living, I'm essentially an entrepreneur. I run a publication called Santa Cruz Waves that basically covers everything happening in the area. The turning point for me into why I wanted to start my own business was actually getting dropped from a sponsorship. I was let go, you know, from a salary down to nothing, and you know, no real warning time, and it's all of a sudden it's like kind of on your own. They left me high and dry, and it just was like a wake-up call. I've dabbled in a lot of different jobs, and I have kind of worked a 9-to-5. The cool thing about trying a lot of things is that you really find out what you don't want to do. I was like, you know what, I'm going to take things into my own hands. I'm going to start my own company, and you know, if I fail, then that's my fault. It was quite challenging in the beginning. At that point, I could have easily just kind of thrown in the towel.
Lots of people start things all the time, but if they don't find immediate success, they get bored and they start something else. I would say Ty's gonna be successful no matter what he does because he just doesn't quit. We both had this dream and this vision as what could come about if we just put our heads down and did the work.
Sometimes I gotta like pinch myself and be like, wow, like this is all started from an idea on a napkin.
When Tyler and I started the website, we didn't just do the advertising, we did everything.
Right.
There was 2 guys, we said, hey, we're gonna go for it, and you're gonna fail sometimes. That's reality. And we happen to hit a bullseye with this.
The company itself is growing a lot and it's becoming more successful, but I'm still paying rent with a handful of roommates and living in a small little surf shack, but I love it.
There are maybe 10 guys in the world that are making a really good living only doing big wave surfing. So for the other 98% of the guys that you see out in the water charging really huge waves, like they're not doing it because they think that they're gonna make a full career out of it. They do it because it's something that they love to do.
Santa Cruz has got a lot of really positive people, and I really trying to surround myself with people like that. My roommate Kyle is one of those people, and if I'm being a little lazy, he's like, get your ass up off the couch, like we're going to train.
Takes this constant preparation, and he does a lot to keep himself physically fit for when those big red dots show up on the map.
I'm excited for the future in big wave surfing. I would love to win Mavericks. I think success can be measured in a lot of different ways. I don't need a big house, I don't need a nice car. If I'm doing it for the wrong reasons, if I'm doing it for the fame or money and not for my own enjoyment and not for my own soul, then I don't think I should be doing it.